Hey folks, BlackCross here, and welcome back to another video. Yes, I'm bringing it back, guys. The Kingdom Hearts Ultimania series, where I just talk about the Kingdom Hearts series, why I love it, all these other small little tidbits and stuff like that. I had a couple more that I wanted to make, so I figured, why not? Let's just go ahead and do the intro. You know what I mean. So, with the Ultimania series, I usually like to talk about anything in regards to the Kingdom Hearts series, and it's been a long while since I've talked about anything in regards to Kingdom Hearts, much less why I love the series and stuff. So I figure why not just kind of jump into it, you know, especially specifically with this kind of topic, and that is my favorite art pieces of the Kingdom Hearts series. Now, to clarify, when it comes to art pieces, these are usually used for like either promotional purposes or official art made by Tetsuya Nomura or somebody from Square Enix for that matter. It could be from the manga series that maybe some people are familiar with. It could be anything that is technically official stuff. So say for example someone made a fan-made image or whatever. I won't be talking about those specifically, sadly, because while there are a lot of good Kingdom Hearts artists out there, people who make Kingdom Hearts style art and stuff, I'm more or less talking about the more official side of art pieces. So they can vary up from either promotional purposes or even just the images and covers from the games themselves. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. No specific order, just these are my personal favorite images slash art pieces in regards to the Kingdom Hearts series. And the first one might actually shock you. So right here we have a perfect example of one such promotional art. And oh, you're confused by this image. Oh. Yeah, I can see why this would be confusing because of the fact of how crowded it is. Here, let's zoom in just a little bit. Is that better? No? Still nothing? How about now? No? Okay, well, how about now? Yeah, this specific part right here. Now, the thing is, the entire image itself, when it comes down to Smash Brothers and stuff like that, is cool on its own, and plus, really, is an amazing piece. You know, you think about all the characters that was added into Smash Brothers. But what makes this specific one unique is because of one specific inclusion. And to think that it was the final character added into Smash Brothers. Yes, I'm talking about Sora from Kingdom Hearts being added into Smash. I ain't gonna lie, when it comes down to it, I was one of the very few people who was completely doubtful that this was going to happen. I completely denied all possibilities. It's too complicated of a character to add into it. You have too many laws, legal restraints. It's not just a Square Enix property, it's also a Disney property. There's so much stuff that you have to juggle through before you can officially say, we're going to include Sora into Smash. And I was like, it's too complex. There's no way they could do it. There's too many higher-ups that it takes too full control. You have two individual companies. They're going to want some kind of cash grab or whatever, and it's just not going to work out. And yet, literally, the last Smash Bros. Reveal for the game of the characters that was being added to the DLC and stuff like that was Sora. And I was like, that was my whole initial reaction. There was no, like, hip hip hooray or yelling, screaming, or just going crazy or bonkers. It was just me being like this. Just absolute silence. Just, I was like, I completely doubted it. I completely thought it was impossible. But yet, here we are in an age where Sora is introduced into a fighting game, much less Smash Brothers. And it's like, holy shit. And it's just so weird just to get from one perspective of like what we thought would be put into Smash Brothers, all of a sudden all bars have been completely removed. There's no limits. It's just, hey, if we're able to, let's push for it. And it's just, the whole image is cool looking, but to see Sora on there, it's very delightful in my personal opinion, and I love it. So this specific art right here is actually was made by Tetsuya Nomura, who basically was one to celebrate the release of The World Ends With You Final Mix, which was a Switch exclusive title. Now, record, The World Ends With You, the original version, was made for the DS, and then it got re-released for the Switch, which, in my personal opinion, the Switch version is slightly better, mostly because of the fact that, hey, I can play it on the TV, I can play it on the tablet, whichever way I want to play it. But this image is just really cool to see, because not only does it incorporate The World Ends With You, it's also got Sora, it's also got Meow Wow, it's also got the kitty cat looking Dream Eater. It's got this sense of like, hey, old friends reunited from Dream Drop distance. And plus, like I said before, I love the fact that they added The World Ends With You into Kingdom Hearts, because when I first saw The World Ends With You on the DS, I actually thought this was like some kind of spin-off slash add-on for Kingdom Hearts because of the art style look. Only to find out that it was its own thing. But now it is actually partially connected to Kingdom Hearts in a very small way. Again, very small, but it's pretty cool. And this art piece is just lovely. I love it. This image, however, though, does require a little bit of explanation, because this is actually part of a book from the original artist, and I'm going to try to pronounce their name, Shiro Amano? I hope I pronounced that right. So Shiro Amano. So basically the creator, well, not creator, but artist behind the Kingdom Hearts manga series. And the art that goes behind the manga is actually really good. I really love it. I love how, yes, it has anime, but it also has Disney. And when you combine both of them together, you just don't know what you're going to get. And when you get images like this, it's absolutely wonderful to see some of these depiction of like, hey, here's what would it look like if it was an anime form. If it wasn't a game, it could be an anime. So, yeah, this is what I would think of whenever I think of an animated series of Kingdom Hearts. I would like to see this art piece specifically, you know, this art style. When people started to showcase, you know, oh, here's a sneak peek of what Kingdom Hearts the animation series would have looked like. And I'm like, the Disney part, sure, but Sora and them just don't look right. Versus the manga series, that's different. They look actually really amazing in the manga series and stuff like that. And in my personal opinion, they captured them perfectly to a T. Now back to this image, of course, however, though. This one obviously is the image straight from the Kingdom Hearts 2 segment, where you have King Mickey, Donald, and Goofy getting ready to fight against the army of Heartless. And this image is just badass. Not only do you have Donald and Goofy, but you also have Mickey that's just kind of like raring to go. And I love seeing these three together. If it isn't Kingdom Hearts, it's in Disney, and I love seeing these three in anything. You know, you're always going to guarantee something good's going to happen. Even if something bad turns out to happen in the end, it's just going to be a fun-filled day for everybody, I think. But this image is just, it's a badass scene. This specific image was drawn by Tetsuya Nomura to promote the 15th anniversary, I believe 15th anniversary of Kingdom Hearts. Hard to believe that we're already past that by now, especially since we're getting closer and closer to the 25th anniversary. Time is slipping on me. But anyway, this specific image was just kind of showcasing Sora and how he looks and stuff like that. Only to know that this is actually the official look that Sora was going to have in Kingdom Hearts 3. It was also used in the promotion for the Kingdom Hearts all-in-one package. And this image, in my personal opinion, is really cool. I love the fact that Sora obviously has a different crown piece, but it's still cool. The chair, badass, awesome, and I just love how it looks overall. It's just, again, it's badass. It's awesome. He also did that with Noctis, and at first I thought it was a running theme, but I don't know if they did that for Cloud. This image is another promotional art, but this one is signified for the 20th anniversary of Kingdom Hearts. This one was a very big deal because not only is this a beautiful piece, it is also an amazing look. And for the longest time, we were kind of being teased about the potential release of a fourth game. Especially since before it looked like this, where Kingdom Hearts 4 Sora was kind of blackened out. We wasn't shown just yet because they wanted to save that small little reveal until they actually reveal that they are officially working on Kingdom Hearts 4. And by the time the 20th anniversary celebration event that they did was unveiled, they finally revealed the actual full-on art look with Kingdom Hearts 4 Sora included. And it's just, again, if you followed the series from the very beginning, this art piece just kind of magnifies itself into a bigger thing. You know, you got everything that was incorporated from the original to Kingdom Hearts 2 to all of the events that was happening prior to Kingdom Hearts 3, and then the ultimate Kingdom Hearts 3 finally being released. This was like a dedication to all the hardcore fans that followed the series all the way through. And again, it's just an amazing art piece, and I love it. Now we're going to get out of order for a little bit, because for a while we were mostly showing promotional art. Now we're showing like potential renders slash cover art for the game and stuff like that. And this specific one, to me, stands out a lot. It is basically Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, which was only Japan exclusive only at the time for years before we finally got it in the HD remixes that we got. And I'm so glad that we finally did get these. But the cover for the Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix just stands out to me being really badass and awesome. It looks cool. I love it. This image is actually more or less promotional image for Recoded, believe it or not. I first noticed it whenever I was completing the collection bit for Melody of Memory, and I saw this image and I thought, this is a really cool image. I love this. This is very cute. But then I found out that this is technically from Recoded promotional bit, and I'm like, oh, okay, my least favorite Kingdom Hearts game got a cool looking image out of it. That's cool. And it's weird too, because when you see this image, if you didn't know it was Recoded, you would assume, oh, this is just a flashback sequence of like Kingdom Hearts 1, you know? You have Donald and Goofy meeting up with Sora and all that stuff. That's cool and awesome. Only to find out that it's actually digital Sora, but it still looks cool and it's cute. I love it. It's adorable. I love it. Now, when it comes down to it, among the underrated Kingdom Hearts titles that I love to death, this one is one of them, and that is Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. This is my favorite side story involving with Roxas in them, and it really magnifies itself whenever you play through the games and stuff like that, because of the fact that you play through every day that's been going on in the life of Roxas, from when he was first kind of manifested after Sora tried to free Kairi and the princesses with the Dark Keyblade, only to create Roxas, and Roxas eventually joins the organization. He eventually befriends Axel, and then of course Xion, which again is a really cool thing. But this specific art piece is actually really awesome. I just love how you have Roxas, and it has like him in his Twilight look, but then he's kind of like trying to slide out from his organization robe, and the organization robe has images of him with Axel and Xion, and you just kind of see it kind of being like torn to pieces, and that kind of manifests into the sense of like, yeah, Roxas almost forgot his friends, despite the fact that Xion was A, destroyed, and B, Diz and them was trying to get Roxas fused back in with Sora. And through all the events, Roxas is his own person now, so that's cool, and I love that. And I love the fact that he was reunited with Axel and Xion. I love these three. They're my favorite. Speaking of 358 over 2 days, this is another art piece. This is actually a promotional bit, a postcard if you got it with the Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days pre-order package. Whenever I first heard about this particular title, I was very interested in it. I wanted to get it, and I did, and I just happened to have got the, what was considered the special gift that was added with it, which had these postcards. But this one is my personal favorite because, again, you have Roxas, you have Axel, you have Demyx, Zigbar, in Twilight Town, and they're fighting against this unusual Heartless. And it just looks cool, it's badass, it's awesome, and it's very detailed. I love it. It's so cool. This is literally the, what you would call, in my personal opinion, the magnum opus of Kingdom Hearts 1 art. It is literally Sora, Donald, and Goofy. They're just kind of sitting around on the throne. And this has been featured in a lot of stuff. It's featured in the soundtrack. It's been on a lot of other promotional art and stuff like that. And for years, this specific image has taunted me because I discovered that it was an official pin that was made, and it looked amazing. The only problem is, it was one of the most expensive pins that I ever purchased. I was able to get it as a deal, but yeah, I got the pin. But I love the art. This is so cool. It's lovely. This image is cute. That's all that needs to be said. This image is cute. You have Sora. He's teamed up with Riku, Goofy, Kairi, Donald, and they're just having fun with Sora and stuff like that. And Sora's like, why did I get myself into these messes? And yeah, that's literally what you see. You just see Sora and his connections with his friends is absolutely wonderful. It is one of my personal favorite, and it's very, very endearing. I love it. I know I've been saying a lot of I love it bit, so if you play a drinking game of I love it, don't, you're going to die by the end of this video, or even before the ending of the video. And especially when it comes to this. And you know why I love it. Because this is the Kingdom Hearts 1 cover. Literally the cover of all covers. Literally the first cover of the Kingdom Hearts entry. It is so cool because unless you knew the series, when you look at the cover, you're immediately like drawn into it because you first see Donald and Goofy. But then you see 3 random kids, you see a key-looking weapon, you see this heart-shaped moon, and what looks like a gothic-themed background. And it's like, what's even this game? What even is this game? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is a whirlwind event of stories that concludes to itself to being one of the best story-driven games to ever be made. And quite frankly, I love them. But I also love this image cover right here. It's just, again, it is so wonderful. It is awesome. I love it. It is amazing. With this next image, I have to prepare you. Because this image tells a story. It tells a story for me. Because for the longest time, this image plagued me. For the longest time, this image haunted me. It also made me excited, happy, thrilled, confused, and for the most part, anxious. And for good reasons. What's that image, you ask? This. This is the promotional art for Kingdom Hearts 2. And as somebody that was growing up in high school, I looked at this image every fucking day. I'm not even kidding. This was during an age in which where the internet was just kind of being a little bit more popularized. It was a little bit more well-known. A lot more people was using computers. A lot more people was getting access to the internet. It was a lot more free roaming and stuff like that. Not a lot of information was being showcased or released to the public in regards to the Kingdom Hearts series, much less any video game whatsoever. You were only lucky enough to get information in regards to anything through magazine, through like official news and stuff of that nature. So this was during the heyday of the internet, and this image plagued me. Like, I remember every day thinking to myself, are we going to get Kingdom Hearts 2? Are we going to get Kingdom Hearts 2? Are we going to get Kingdom Hearts 2? And then I see this image. This image threw me off the wall. It's like, okay, I see Donald, I see Goofy, I see Sora in this awesome, badass looking outfit. I'm just like blown away. I'm like, what the hell is this? But then I'm like, okay, well there's Kairi in what looks like a school outfit. But who's this blonde ass looking dude? Who's he? Why is Mickey dressed in gangster style? Who are these 3 guys? It's just, all of this was just like, what the hell? It just, again, we knew nothing. There was nothing being shown. We waited for years waiting for Kingdom Hearts 2, not knowing what it was going to look like. And this was the first image we see. And now you know why it has mixed emotions. But it's also one of my personal favorites out of Kingdom Hearts 2 because of what it represents. It represents so much emotion to me. And I just love the image itself. It's awesome. Now, this specific image is more of a two-parter, but it also combines together into one solid image. So on one half, you have Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. On the other half, you have Kingdom Hearts 2. Combined together, it creates a badass image that represents the next two entry of the Kingdom Hearts series. Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories and Kingdom Hearts 2. And it just looks cool because this is actually combined together despite the fact that they are separate games. And despite how Chain of Memory ends, where Sora completely forgets the events that happens in Chain of Memories and stuff like that, but they're both together. And because of how the organization is, it's just, again, the image is so cool and it represents the events that was going to happen, and it's just, I love them. This one was seen in the Kingdom Hearts soundtrack for like Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and I believe it also had Chain of Memories. I technically have this, so to see this image alone is just really cool, and I love how it looks. But it's just, again, it's a really lovely piece. I love it. This one obviously is a promo pic of the Kingdom Hearts 1.5 release, where it had Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix, Chain of Memories, as well as 358 over 2 days. And again, it's just a high-res image of Kingdom Hearts 1, but then you have Kingdom Hearts Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories with Naminé at the very corner, and then you have Roxas, Axel, and Xion representing the 358 over 2 days. And again, this is a really cool piece. I love how it looks. It's cool. I love it. For a long time, I've wanted to have this poster, but I never got around to particularly getting this specific one. But it's still cool in my personal opinion, and I love it. So this one is obvious. It's the Dive to Heart image in regards to representing Sora. And it's just a cool little thing. I love how it looks. And I love the fact that throughout the Kingdom Hearts entries, we get like a higher res version of like the stained glass flooring for the Dive to Heart entry for Sora. It looks cool, and I love how it looks. And I love the fact that we finally have a figure of the specific one. Here's a picture of my figure that I've got. So there you go. And yeah, I just love this. Not only is it an actual art piece that is physically in the games, but it's also an actual figure that I get to have in my collection, and it's cool. I love it. So anyway, guys, that is it for this video. I just wanted to kind of gloat about all the different art pieces that we've ever had out of the Kingdom Hearts entries and stuff like that. I know there's a lot more. There's a lot more of the covers. There's a lot more of in-game images and stuff like that. There's a lot more images from the manga series and stuff of that nature. But honestly, when you think about it, these are just my personal favorites. These are just some of my personal favorite images that has ever surfaced, from the promotional bits to the actual in-game stuff to everything that goes on in the Kingdom Hearts series. These are just some of my favorite images. So there you go. All of my favorite art pieces of the Kingdom Hearts series. So thank you so much for watching. And who's to say what Kingdom Hearts 4 cover art looks like? It's now that we know that Kingdom Hearts Missing Link has been canceled, it's just straightforward to Kingdom Hearts 4 at this point. There's nothing stopping it now. It's just whatever happens, happens, and we're going to get Kingdom Hearts 4. And if for some reason the promotional image for Kingdom Hearts 4 gets released, it's going to be interesting to see how that looks. So, there you go. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Catch you guys later.